welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Friday Night Smackdown, 20th of March 2020. We kick off the show with Michael Cole in the ring. He said WrestleMania is too big for one night, so it'll be Saturday, April 4th, and Sunday, April 5th. He said we need a big host for 2 nights. We have Rob Gronkowski. Mojo Rawley is in the ring with Cole. He takes the mic and says, Cole, to get hyped. Mojo introduces Gronkowski and he dances his way to the ring. Cole asks Gronkowski if he dreamed to be at WrestleMania. He said he would watch from the nosebleed since 3rd grade. He has been at the FCW arena to support Mojo Rawley. He has been to WrestleMania in front of 80,000 people. He is here in front of 0 people and he's still hyped. He said he's ready for anything. Mojo said he's here to watch Gronkowski's back because people just don't get hit on the field. Gronkowski said he has his back and then he chopped Mojo. King Corbin comes down, says, congratulations, but you are now part of my world. You respect the king and get on your knees and bow. And he's like, nah, dude, I'm not getting on my knees. Baron says, you're a party guy. Baron said, I was in the NFL too. I used to be wearing pads and a helmet, but we don't do that in WWE. You better fall in line like everyone else. There's a storm. Elias shows up. He said, I have a song for Baron. Baron and Gronkowski get face to face. Mojo gets behind Baron. And then Rob pushes over Corbin over Mojo Rawley. Baron says he's going to hurt Rob, and then Elias sends Corbin to the floor. Then Gronkowski said, I suggest Elias and Corbin meet at WrestleMania. 6 out of 10, not a bad opening segment. I've seen better, but I've seen worse. Gronkowski's a pretty cool guy. Then we go to our first match of the evening. Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. We have Gulak caught by Cesaro. Gulak holds Cesaro for Bryan to hit the sunset flip off the turnbuckle and get the 3 count. Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak win. Sammy complains about the end of the match. The match was pretty decent. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I actually generally enjoyed the match. Then in the back, it was mentioned on ESPN that they'll be showing WrestleMania 30 this Sunday live on free TV, and then the following Sunday they're going to be doing another live WrestleMania, but we do not know which one that is yet. They should just show WrestleMania X7 every day, all day. That's the best WrestleMania. Then in the back, Daniel is excited about the win. Drew wants him to take a deep breath and stretch deep. Zayn stops and yells at them for their win. He says their win was a mediocre win. They just squeezed by, and he knows. He wants to know why Daniel would listen to the Great Liberator instead of this nobody. Sammy said he's untouchable. Daniel said, you barely won the title. Why don't you put it against the line against me and his mediocre teachings at WrestleMania? He's like, put your money where your mouth is. If Drew Gulak's a great teacher, then if he can somehow beat Nakamura next week, I'll happily agree to an Intercontinental Championship match. Daniel accepts the challenge. I like the dynamic between Daniel and Gulak and Sami Zayn. It's pretty entertaining. I'm going to give that segment a 6 out of 10. Then we go to Michael Cole in the ring and he introduces Paige. He starts to ask a question, but then is interrupted by Bayley and Sasha. Bayley says Paige no-showed last week's show and now this. Bayley's like, get out of the ring, Cole. Bayley says she's happy to see Paige finally showed up. Paige's like, you've got away with words, baby girl. Bayley says she's not just a role model, she's a poet. She tells Paige to say what she has to say. Paige says it's bad enough to listen to them week in, week out, run down the women's roster. You're better than the women's revolution. It takes more than a change. It takes heart. Anyone who went into that ring showed courage. Courage you bullies lack. Bayley says she's the most dominant women's champion and there's no one past, present, and future who can do it unless you can. Wait, you can't do it. You can't even show up. Paige says she sees Bayley as a bad guy now. Her career is over and it breaks her heart every day. She won't wish this on anyone, not even Bayley or Sasha. Paige says this is WrestleMania season and she can't wait to see who will beat you for the title. She said she's going to be able to announce her match. Bayley said she does not have a match. Paige says that Bayley will defend against Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke. And Tamina. And Naomi. And then Sasha calls Paige a bitch. How dare you do that? And Paige says, I'm glad you chimed in. Your phone in Poland for the six-pack elimination match will be you. Bayley leaves the ring in anger. Yeah, that was pretty good. Going to give that a 7 out of 10. Paige is always interesting to watch. We then have a look at WrestleMania 30's match with John Cena facing Bray Wyatt. Cole mentioned before the match happened that the WrestleMania 30 was the night the Fiend was created. Overall, I'm not going to rate that because it was a rehash, but it was nice to see a match that we hadn't just freaking seen. Then Miz and Morrison make the way to the ring. They have the dirt sheet segment. But before we got to that, Kayla Braxton had an interview with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Nikki said Asuka attacked her best friend and cost them the match. Alexa said Asuka came through the back door and crashed the party. She's willing to do what it takes to get what she wants. Alexa challenges Asuka next week. You can come through the front door this time. 6 out of 10. Then Miz and Morrison are in the ring. They said they don't have any challenges for WrestleMania. They beat everyone at the Elimination Chamber. Miz says that they will ask the people who they should face at Mania. Miz and Morrison are in the crowd dressed as New Day. Fans, I guess. And they were like, we should be your opponents. Then we see them dressed in Uso t-shirts. And they're like, Uso should face them. And then they're dressed as hams. Bacon. But they said they're here as heavy machinery. Miz says not even the WWE Universe members can determine who their opponents should be. Miz suggests they take the night off. Then heavy machinery come down for their match against Miz and Morrison. First off, the dirt sheet segment. Gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I kind of got amused from them mocking 3 tag teams. It was funny. Miz and Morrison are entertaining. The match ended when Ziggler got in the ring and showed some pictures of him with Mandy. He kind of lost it at that. Started beating the shit out of Miz and Morrison. Sent them through the ringside barrier. Tucker's like, please don't use the chair, Otis. And then he hit Morrison and then beat them all both up with chairs and beat them all up. And Ziggler, Dolph has just shown on the entrance ramp, kind of like, oh shit, did I do a mistake there? The match, 3 out of 5. Ending, 8 out of 10. I love the dynamic between Otis and Dolph Ziggler. It's really, really good. Then we have the contract signing for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns comes down, then Goldberg comes out. Cole asks him to sit down and sign the contract. They both throw their chairs to the floor. Cole asks Goldberg who he thought would accept the challenge. Bill said he thought it would be Roman Reigns, but he didn't think Roman Reigns had the balls to accept the challenge. Roman asked why did he accept the challenge. He said greats have challenged him and he's beaten them all. Bill will be no different. We see a tweet with Roman taking a shot at Bill Goldberg, headbutting the wall. He says he sees a bitch bulldog with the title he never earned. Roman signs a contract. Bill stares at Roman and calls him a punk. He said he'd been destroying steel doors around the world with that headbutt, and at WrestleMania you'll be his next victim. Signs a contract. Bill tosses the table aside and we get a face-to-face between the two of them when the show ends. 9 out of 10. Very, very effective segment. Actually, very, very effective. The show was overall pretty good. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, minus we got to see a rehash of Cena versus Bray Wyatt, but since I haven't seen that match since it happened, it was a bit more fresh than seeing the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. Still, please stop the rehash matches. AEW didn't have to do that. They got to see all fresh stuff in their show with a hell of a lot better, mate. Not gonna lie. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please smash this like button, share and subscribe, and I shall catch you all later. Bye.